Who's next? Sagittarius? What do we have for Sagittarius Divine Feminine? Sagittarius Divine Feminine. I am gentle. I'm not officially taking it. Sagittarius Divine Feminine. I am free to be myself. Yes, every piece of you that makes you as a unique individual, you are free to be you. Free to be yourself. How liberating, right? It's like when someone is free to be themselves, it means that, I don't know, if someone is not feeling free to be themselves, perhaps it has to do with other people, other people's perceptions or opinions, or perhaps it can be like us giving ourselves permission to be ourselves, like through how we speak to ourselves within. I am free to be myself for Sagittarius Divine Feminine. I am free to be myself. I embrace my feminine strength. This has to do with embracing your feminine strength. How would you describe, or how do you envision strong feminine energy? Or what is feminine strength to you? I don't know why I'm asking you that, but I am. To me, feminine strength is, I don't know, it's like feminine strength. It's about being receptive. It's about being open and vulnerable, receptive, while also having boundaries or standards, or to me it's like a combination. It's like being compassionate, empathetic, nurturing, loving, while also being able to deliver tough love. You know what I mean? For the greatest good. It's about being receptive, but not accepting everything. It's about being soft, but not being a doormat. You know what I mean? Not being a pushover. Like having a backbone still. Why does I embrace my feminine strength here for Sagittarius Divine Feminine? I embrace my feminine strength. I am a healer. This card always gets me because it's Robin Williams. Rob Dub. I'm a healer. You are a healer. You're free to be yourself. Embracing your feminine strength. You are a healer. You have healing abilities. This could have to do with like healing the feminine energy within. Why is I'm a healer with I embrace my feminine strength? I take care of my body. Wonder if this has to do with like I mean, I take care of my body is about like the physical health of the body, the emotional health, physical health, mental health. You're free to be yourself. Maybe because I'm looking at I embrace my feminine strength, right? And I'm seeing the butterfly, and it's like this butterfly was a caterpillar before, right? Went into a cocoon, was stuck, and I'm looking at I'm free to be myself, and it's like, is this like emerging from the cocoon in some way? Putting yourself out there? Putting yourself out there as a healer? Or as part of your own growth and evolution. I take care of my body. If we're talking about challenges regarding mental health, specifically with emotions, challenges when it comes to emotional balance, or something about that, regulating our emotions. What am I getting? I was originally getting something. It's kind of like sometimes our emotional feminine selves, right? Sometimes our emotional feminine selves are told that we're too much, or that we feel too much, we're too sensitive, we're too whatever they'd like to say to us, right? Do you know those things about you, those feminine strengths? They are part of who you are. They are to be embraced, nurtured, strengthened. All is part of you being free to be yourself. It's all part of you being your authentic, genuine self. Those aren't parts of you that need to be oppressed or repressed. Sometimes those parts of us need a little fine-tuning, right? They need to be worked through, tinkered with here and there, right? But they, especially if we're talking feelings, right? Those feelings are a big part of feminine strength, in my opinion. And I don't know, I'm kind of getting like I'm talking to a collective that has been told that they feel too much, or there's something about the emotions, emotional expression, how they express their genuine feelings, or how they express themselves. I don't know, there's something about that. Do you know? It's okay to feel that much. It's a gift, it's a strength. You are free to be yourself, whatever that might mean. All the different parts of ourselves, right? All right, Ophiuchus. I called you Ophiuchus, I'm sorry. Sagittarius. All right, what do we have for Sagittarius Divine Masculine? I am free to love myself. You are free to love yourself, Sagittarius Divine Masculine. It is good to love yourself. It can be very challenging to love oneself, to accept the parts of us that aren't necessarily our favorite parts, but they make us who we are. If it's not something that you feel like you should change or improve for your highest good, if it's something about you like that is just, I don't know how to sum this up, that's just part of who you are, and that's okay. That's okay. You don't feel like it's something that you need to change. It's good to accept that and embrace it and try to find ways to love that part of yourself, even utilize that part of yourself in a beneficial way. I am free to love myself for Sagittarius Divine Masculine. I'm free to love myself. Boom. I learned from my mistakes. Yeah, it's about like forgiving oneself. It's like none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. I don't really look at things as mistakes, but I feel like I'm one of those people, I feel like everything happens for a reason. Even if we did not achieve the desired outcome, or if things backfired, or it led to a bad situation or whatever, I feel like that's part of our journey. Like, we're supposed to learn from it, to grow from it, to evolve in some way, right? I learned from my mistakes. I am free to love myself. Just because you've made mistakes, or just because there's things you would have done differently, does not mean that you are unlovable or you can't love yourself because of that. Why, as I learned from my mistakes here, I am considerate of others. Maybe there's been a point where you haven't been considerate of others, and that's what you would consider a mistake in some way. Or yeah, I think something important to realize and really understand and believe here is that we all make mistakes, if we want to look at them as mistakes, right? We all make mistakes. We've all done things that hurt other people, knowingly or unknowingly, right? And we can't let that affect, as long as we're aware of it and we want to change that, right? As long as we've learned from that and we'd like to do things differently. I feel like sometimes we have to experience that feeling of possibly hurting others or not being considerate of others in order to feel what it feels like if we're talking like remorse. I believe we're probably talking remorse here. Learning from our mistakes in that way, forgiving ourselves, and allowing us to still love ourselves regardless of that. You know, it doesn't make us unlovable. It doesn't mean that we're tainted. We all make mistakes. But on the same hand, we're all lovable. We're all deserving of love. It's important that we learn from the mistakes, recognize the mistakes, and make changes, you know, trying to do things differently another time, or trying to come about situations from a perspective of putting ourselves in the other person's shoes, or being considerate about others' feelings, perceptions, experiences, etc. Incoming feline. Hi. All right. What does Aries Divine Feminine need to remind themselves about? What do they need a reminder about? Aries Divine Feminine. I deserve to feel good. You deserve to feel good, Aries Divine Feminine. Absolutely. Why does I deserve to feel good here for Aries Divine Feminine? I live moment by moment. Being in the moment, not focusing on... It's like I'm kind of getting like worries, like worrying or anxieties or fears, specifically about the past. Or no, I don't know why I said that. I was going to say specifically about the future. Maybe fears about the future because of the past. There's a reason I said that. You're being encouraged to find ways to be in the present moment. Find ways to help yourself feel good, or give yourself permission to feel good. Seeing yourself worthy of feeling good in some way. Alright, Aries Divine Feminine, I was just editing the video, and I discovered that I didn't spend as much time with you and Aries Divine Masculine. What else do we have for Aries Divine Feminine Collective? I am always healing. I am gentle. To me, this is a reminder that we are always healing. We're always in the process of growing, evolving, changing. And it's important to be gentle with ourselves during those processes. I'm not going to officially take these, though, because I wasn't locked in. I am healing, yeah. Why is I am healing here for Aries Divine Feminine? I am healing. What is this? My awareness grows daily. My awareness grows daily with I am healing. Maybe it's being aware of how much you've healed. Or like I was saying before with the cards that came out, it's having an awareness and understanding that we are all works in progress. You know, there's not one human on this earth that I know about, or that I don't believe there's a single human on this earth that is completely healed, a finished product. We're all constantly works in progress. And it's good to be aware of what we'd like to heal within ourselves, what we can heal within ourselves, the healing we've already completed within ourselves, or the healing that we've already started within ourselves. I'm trying to remember what your message was before. So much has happened. My awareness grows daily with I am healing for divine feminine. I am healthy. Yes. Being aware of all the ways that you've been improving your health. And that's physical health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, etc., right? It's funny, in this person's mouth, it's this paper, it seems, and it says I am. So it's like, there's a card that just says I am, and it usually means a couple different things to me, but seeing it in this person's mouth and I am healthy, it's like accepting and embracing who we are in the here and now, as we are in the here and now. Understanding that's part of this process. It's part of a natural life process with healing and evolving, right? Being able to see ourselves as healthy now, regardless of the fact that we might not be where we're at, or we might not be where we want to be. It's giving ourselves credit for the work we've already done when it comes to healing. So, I believe you should give yourself a pat on the back if you so desire. Just acknowledge how far you've come, how much growth you've experienced, the opportunities for growth and health that you've given yourself, that you've been open to, that you've put in the effort for. Yeah. Alright. Okay. What does Aries Divine Masculine need to remind themselves about? What would be good for Aries Divine Masculine to know? I enjoy my own company. I enjoy my own company. Well, there's a lot of people who don't enjoy their own company. I don't know why that. I've always enjoyed my own company. I don't know what it's like to not enjoy one's own company. Let me think about this for a second. Why does I enjoy my own company here for Aries Divine Masculine? It is safe for me to speak up for myself. I don't know if there's a Aries Divine Masculine collective that wants to spend time alone or wants to find ways to enjoy their own company. And for some reason, speaking up for that desire or need might be difficult in some way. It's like when people need alone time, right? Sometimes they can feel pressured, or they feel like they prioritize others before themselves in some way. Perhaps there's something about that. It is safe for me to speak up for myself. So I think this is going to be for a specific Aries Divine Masculine collective who maybe you want to spend more time alone, or you're needing some like alone time in some way. But for whatever reasons, it might be challenging to communicate that. You're being reassured that you are safe to speak up for yourself regarding that, or you're being reassured that whatever feeling that is for you, it's for a reason, for your higher self's benefit. You know, like it's not someone being selfish. It's not someone not caring about other people or other responsibilities, etc. Right? It's understanding and confirming that it is important for you. It's important that you get that alone time. Yeah. Hey Aries Divine Masculine, I realized during the editing process that I didn't give you very much time, so here's some extra information, extra guidance. What else? Whoa. I am healing and I am healthy. That just came out for Aries Divine Feminine. What else do we have for Aries Divine Masculine? Aries Divine Masculine. I am trusting of the journey. And I can't remember what came out for you before. Forgive me for that. A lot's happened since then. I am trusting of the journey. This is a reminder to find the ability, the belief, the trust in this journey that you're on. The journey of life, a specific journey, a specific path. Trusting that everything that happens is part of this journey. It's supposed to be part of that journey, right? So everything we're faced with in life, it has its purpose, in my opinion. We're supposed to learn, grow, evolve. Everything we encounter. Why is I am trusting of the journey here for Aries Divine Masculine? I am trusting of the journey. I forgive and set myself free. So this is forgiving ourselves, forgiving others, freeing ourselves, regardless of this forgiveness being for ourselves and or others, right? It's freeing ourselves from holding on to those energies of resentment, bitterness, anger, upset, pain, caused by, ourselves or others. Finding ways to let go of those energies. And it's not, if we're forgiving others, right? It's not saying, it's okay that you did what you did. I mean, sometimes we can get to a point where we feel that or think that, but this is more about not placing that burden on yourself because of someone else's actions, right? Or if this is talking about forgiving ourselves, not continuing to carry the burden based on choices we've made in the past that maybe knowingly or unknowingly hurt another. Finding ways to release those energies to set ourselves free. Trusting that it's all part of the journey. Why is I forgive and set myself free here with I am trusting of the journey for Aries Divine Masculine? I forgive and set myself free. I am willing to change my story. Yeah, when I see this card, it makes me feel like we're talking about a past story here, right? Like someone's life up to this point. Or this could be the story of our futures, the story we're telling ourselves about the future. I am willing to change my story. I forgive and set myself free. Yeah, it's like, regardless of how things have been in the past, let's say, if we're talking about this as a past story. Regardless of how things have been in the past, when it comes to whatever's being suggested to forgive, that made no sense, but you know what I mean. Willing to change the story. So it's like the story started out a certain way, right? And there was a pattern. There were things that were happening or things that happened. And that pattern, or because certain things happened, it does not mean that's how it has to be in the present and in the future. Being willing to change one's story. I think forgiveness is a big part of this. So I believe you're being encouraged to go within and maybe find what you might still be holding on to when it comes to forgiveness for yourself and others. Resentment, bitterness towards yourself, others. Because handling that kind of energy that you've been carrying within, healing, learning from it, growing, evolving, will set you free. And that's part of your journey. That is part of your journey. Okay, Aries Divine Masculine. Leo. What do we have for Leo Divine Feminine? Leo Divine Feminine. I am. Heck yeah, Leo Divine Feminine. You are. You are so many amazing things. Man. am. It's like acceptance, like I am. It's just, I am. You are who you are. Loving it. Owning it. Being proud of it. Why is I am here for Leo Divine Feminine? My fears of tomorrow melt away. Ah. It's like I am as just being in the present. It's like I am says that you're talking about yourself in the present, in the current moment, right? You am. I am is in the current moment, right? I was is in the past. I will be. I could be is in the future. My fears of tomorrow melt away. So this could have to do with any worries about the future, fears about the future, whether that's the very near future, 5 minutes from now, or 5 years from now. Those are melting away. Being in the present moment. Interesting. My fears of tomorrow melt away with I am for Leo Divine Feminine. I am always healing. More flowers. I am always healing. Yeah, it's like we're consistently growing, healing, evolving, learning. I'm getting kind of like it is what it is energy, right? It's not letting whatever these fears are, or worries, concerns, not letting that affect your present moment, and not letting it paint a negative picture about your future. I'm always healing. Yeah, it's like I am. It's like embracing who we are in the current moment. Regardless of what we want to be in the future or where we want to be in the future, right? Constantly evolving. It's like we're exactly where we need to be. As long as we're focusing on trying to be the best versions of ourselves that we can, or trying to be versions of ourselves that we... Why is I am always healing with my fears of tomorrow melt away for Leo Divine Feminine? I am cared for. I am always listening to my inner child. Why is I am always healing here with my fears of tomorrow melt away? I am compassionate. Being compassionate with yourself, with others. This is like encouragement to just be yourself. In all the ways that could mean. You know what I mean? Always healing. Be compassionate. Alright. What do we have for Leo Divine Masculine? Leo Divine Masculine Collective. My opinion matters. Your opinion matters, Leo Divine Masculine. Do you feel unheard? Or like no one cares what you think in some way? Or this could have to do with like your opinion matters to yourself. Like understanding that your opinion does matter within yourself or with others. Why is my opinion matters here for Leo Divine Masculine? Their opinion matters. I am trusting of the journey. I don't know. Okay, if we're talking others, right? Well, either way, really. Whether this has to do with your opinion matters to others or your opinion matters to yourself. It's important to honor your own thoughts, feelings, opinions, right? This could have to do with your journey. Whether this is a spiritual journey, a divine journey, anything like that, your life in general. Perhaps you've been doing things that you feel are true and authentic to your journey, or you wanted to do things that are true and authentic to to the path you feel called to in some way. And maybe that your way of doing things, let's just keep it simple. Your way of doing things, or your plans, your decisions, your goals, I don't know if there's others who disagree with it or don't understand it, or who say you're doing it wrong, it's a bad decision, etc. If you feel like it's true and authentic, genuine to who you are and your own unique journey, you are being reminded that your opinion matters. Whatever you think is best for you, most likely is best for you. If you're being true, if you're being real with yourself, if you're pursuing things that feel authentic, things that genuinely interest you, you're on the right path. It's like focusing on what you think, your opinion. What else could be going on here? I'm trusting of the journey. If this is within you, it could be both. Yeah, because I'm noticing, like, with this planet, you can see the details here, right? And then there's all these other small ones, and you can't see the details. You're not getting the full picture of these ones over here, right? So it's like, when it comes to our own unique divine journeys, our own life journeys in general, only we can see the truth about ourselves. Only we can see, what am I getting? It's like these others can't see you as this planet as clearly as you can, right? As you do. What is this? I don't know, there's something to that. This might have to do with your divine connection in some way. Your divine counterpart connection. I just noticed these two planets are right next to each other, right? And at first I saw these, because I saw, oh, there's other planets here too. And then I saw these, and I started thinking of, like, conflict, or, like, I saw this situation, these lights, as, like, some kind of negative explosion, like some kind of, like, I don't know, something bad, right? But then I'm like, no, wait, I think this is good. This is good. Whatever this is. They're stars. They're stars. Your opinion matters. So if there's there's others, who are, maybe you feel like your opinion doesn't matter, or they're not, I don't know what that could be. It could be a lot of things. You're being encouraged to trust the journey, continue trusting the journey, understanding that either only you know your authentic journey, only you know what's true for you. This could also be seen as, like, if you're in situations where you feel like your opinion doesn't matter, but what am I getting? But you feel like you can't just leave, or like, okay, let's just say this is one specific person, just to make it easy. Let's say you feel like there's someone who does not respect your opinion, or does not believe what you have to say, or something like that. They disagree with you, but this one person is someone that you feel you truly want in your life, or you feel like is an important part of your journey, right? There's something about this is an important part of your journey. Whatever that might mean. So, like, if it's learning to navigate situations, connections, relationships, when you're feeling like your opinion doesn't matter, perhaps there's like ways to evolve or grow or something to be learned from that in some way. And whether that's another person or other people or within yourself, it could still count. Like, there's a reason to be in that energy, or there's a reason to feel this way, or to, I don't know what this is. I feel like this is going to make more sense to you, Leo Divine Masculine. There's an importance for being in that energy. Your opinion matters came out again. It does matter. So do know your opinion does matter. Whatever's going on regarding this, there's an important lesson. There's an important lesson that I don't think I'm going to be able to help you with, but this is going to have to, you're going to have to go within for this one. Find the lesson. What would the lesson be? Trusting the journey, trusting that whatever this lesson is part of your unique journey. It's an important part of your journey. Who else we got? Ophiuchus? What do we have for Ophiuchus Divine Feminine? Ophiuchus Divine Feminine. Whoa! You're wild, huh? You are fulfilling your destiny, Ophiuchus Divine Feminine. Nice. Just do know, if you're doubting it or if you're questioning your path, you are fulfilling your destiny. Sometimes our paths take us on some weird routes, you know what I mean? Why is I am fulfilling my destiny here for Ophiuchus Divine Feminine? I'm fulfilling my destiny. I am patient. You're being encouraged to be patient. Things take time. This is all part of your divine journey, your path. I seek opportunity over security. This is about being bold, going for opportunities, or taking action when we feel called to it. Not in a reckless, impulsive manner, but when we feel genuinely pulled towards opportunities over security. Sometimes those lead us in directions that have us feeling insecure in some way, whether that's physical insecurity, like financial insecurity or things like that. Like, sometimes we're called to go on these paths that lead us to worrying about security in some way. But it's part of our journey. It's part of our paths. I am fulfilling my destiny. I am patient. I seek opportunity over security. It's about having faith. Having faith and trust that when you go towards things that are genuine and that you feel authentically drawn to, your higher self feels authentically drawn to, the divine has your back. It oftentimes, I think probably 100% of the time, requires patience. It's funny because it's like we've got the kitten and then we got the lion. It's like it's like growth. It's evolution. Why is I seek opportunity over security here for Ophiuchus Divine Feminine? I seek opportunity over security. My opinion matters. Yeah. What you think, what you have to say, the way you feel, it matters. You seek opportunity over security. If there's a situation where you feel the need to express your opinion, you have an opportunity to express your opinion, but for some reason you might feel insecure about something, or you feel like this might compromise your security in some way, but you feel like it's authentic, it's something that is genuinely part of your journey, part of your destiny. You're being encouraged to do that. Your opinion matters. What you think does matter in this situation. Why is I am patient here with I am fulfilling my destiny? I am the creator of my world. Yes, things take time to manifest in this physical realm, right? Requires patience. It's part of the journey. It's like that space, that time is intended to be full. It's intended to be filled in some way. It's like we can't control the timing of things. We can try, but usually it doesn't work out for our highest good, right? The highest good of all involved. I seek opportunity over security. My opinion matters. I'm the creator of my world. I'm patient. Yeah, maybe there's something you're wanting to create in this world. You're trying to create as part of fulfilling your destiny, right? But it's taking a significant amount of time, perhaps. Or it's requiring patience. I seek opportunity over security. With my opinion matters. All right. All right, what do we have for Ophiuchus Divine Masculine? I am willing to ask for help. If there's something you need help with, you're being encouraged to ask for that help, to allow yourself to ask for help. Seeing this from a perspective of how much strength and courage it takes to ask for help. I think oftentimes people assume they'll be seen as weak if they ask for help, but I think that someone being able to ask for help when they need it or truly want it it's a green flag. You know what I mean? It shows that someone has a healthy ego. They're not concerned about appearing weak. They know how strong they are. They don't concern themselves with people seeing them as weak. You know, I'm willing to ask for help. Is there something you need help with, Ophiuchus Divine Masculine? Why is I am willing to ask for help here for Ophiuchus Divine Masculine? I'm willing to ask for help. I am a beautiful expression of life. Yes. Even beautiful expressions of life, even extraordinary, awesome people need help sometimes. Everyone needs help sometimes. Sometimes they ask for it. Sometimes they show that they do need help. Sometimes they don't ask. Sometimes they try to hide that they need help. Just if someone needs help, it doesn't mean anything. It means if they ask for help, if they're willing, and if they decide to ask for help, it's very, I'd say, admirable. It's really not easy to ask for help. I understand. I have a hard time with it, but it's something I've gotten better at. I am a beautiful expression of life, but I am willing to ask for help. For Ophiuchus Divine Masculine, I am a beautiful expression of life. I am safe and protected. You are safe and protected. Do you know? It's safe for you to ask for help. So I don't know if this is a particular situation and you know who you want to ask for help, or you know where you need to go to seek help. You're being encouraged to know that you are safe and protected. And that this doesn't mean that others will see you as less than, or that you'll have to feel less than, or that you should feel less than because you need help or want help. Why is I am safe and protected here for Ophiuchus Divine Masculine? I am divinely guided. So you're being divinely guided. You're being divinely guided. Possibly as part of, possibly to keep you safe and protected in some way. For your health, your safety, your well-being, etc. I am willing to ask for help. You're being guided to ask for help. You are safe and protected as you continue to be divinely guided as you continue to follow this divine path that you're on. And sometimes, like I was saying, even the most awesome, extraordinary people, the strongest people, need help sometimes. Sometimes we're meant to ask for help. Sometimes we're meant to release whatever it is within us that prevents us from asking for help, or that whatever that might be. Sometimes that's what we need to work through as part of being divinely guided, as part of these divine journeys we're on. All right, Ophiuchus.